Hello, today we are going to talk about the history of tea. In general, the history of tea in Japan is divided into roughly 5 significant eras. I am going to talk about the first significant 3 eras. The tea culture originally was first established in China before reaching in Japan in the 600s AD. It was when the Chinese Buddhist monks and Zen priests came into contact with each other that the introduction of tea started. The first tea was introduced to Japan from China by a scholar priest named Liu Yu from Tang Dynasty during Nara period. This era was when Japan was eager to learn and install developed and advanced Chinese cultures. Liu Yu visited Japan with a book called Cha-Jing, which is Chakyo in Japanese. Everything about tea was described, and this was said to be the first book about tea in the world. Later in Japan, Nihon Koki, which is an official commissioned Japanese history text, was published in the early years of Heian period. It is said to be the very first recorded description as to the drinking of Japanese tea in Japan. However, in those days, tea was extremely rare that only priests and aristocracies were able to drink. The second period was around Kamakura period. The Zen priest known as Myoan Eisai was sent to Song China to learn Zen Buddhism, and so tea ceremonies were frequently performed in Zen temples. Later, he returned to the remote island of Kyushu with several Chinese tea seeds and bushes from Song China. From there, the seeds were transferred to the outskirts of Kyoto. After several years, Eisai authored Kissa Yojoki, which means taking tea for health, suggesting that the tea is not merely a beverage but also an effective medicine against illness. The priest of Kegonshu, Myoe Shonin, planted tea in Kozanji, located in Togano, Kyoto, and promoted tea plantation there. This is believed to be the oldest tea garden in Japan, and named the tea that is produced there Honcha to distinguish with other tea. During Kamakura period, alongside the spread of drinking tea in Zen temples, the custom of drinking tea has prevailed among warrior status as one of the tools for socialization. The third period, which is thought to be the most important and turning point of whole tea Japanese history, is Muromachi and Azuchi Momoyama era. Yoshimitsu Ashikaga gave the special protection to Ujicha, and this protection was passed down to Hideyoshi Toyotomi. Thanks to this extra protection, Ujicha has become widely known as the tea brand until today. In the late 15th century, it was Murata Juko who founded the base of Wabicha, which is the style of tea ceremony where we pursue simplicity. This foundation of Wabicha had been taken over throughout Muromachi and Azuchi Momoyama period. Sen no Rikyu was merely a merchant and one of the tea masters who took over. He finally completed the ultimate artistic praise of tea, Chanoyu. This ritual of self-discipline, tranquility, respect, and beauty through brewing tea greatly prevailed among wealthy merchants and warriors.